you wanted to say you were saying to them as you were lynching Kyrie, you all better get the point. You all better get the message. They don't want you rising up into that knowledge that will make you a real man and not a glorified punk. I'm saying to the ADL, sir, we know you. And we know that we know you, and you know that we know you. Don't talk to Kyrie by himself. He can go and look at the horror of the Holocaust. Why don't you come and look at the horror of what your parents have done to black people in America and throughout the world? Why don't you come and study and repent of your evil to us? Then maybe we can sit down and have a talk like civilized human beings.
Mike
Self-worth, a lesson not taught. Hang ourselves with a rope that's taught, cause we're never taught what we need taught. So it's college every day, we buy what we need taught. But from our eyes, we should be bright-eyed. Instead, we concerned with the 5 on the black hand side. Slide a 5 to smoke something, use the black hand side. Ride Friday's pockets with 5 from the black hand side. We should power up the fist, but we slap away from the light hand side. Luke Skywalker smack the hands extended, regardless of the side. The dark side revolted, took matter to its own hands. See what happened when they mess with his own hand. Or Gohan's Masenko's rappers copy each other like a king goes. But those cat staples, that was easy breezy, beautiful. Cover girl is fun. I can listen to a cover girl rather than a tape full of 8/8s who hurls 64s of pharmacies, fallacies. Self-worth is 0 hour. Marvel up is never enough to know that life is circumstance. By chance, you'll be one to change the world. So know your self-worth. Know your self-worth. Bring it back up, do it again. Self-worth is 0 hour. Marvel up, it's never enough to know that life is circumstance. By chance, you'll be one to change the world. So know your self-worth. Know your self-worth. Sellouts out and about, but you don't know a thing about the industry. Kid gravity throwing bricks at the glass house and God's house, even the White House. I guess we're socialist to opinions, unless it's social media, Wikipedia. But a video gets you turpentine, vanity, you'll get burned in the end when you hit send. So I decided to spit real rhymes about current times, but the execs use their due process to regress truth as a consequence. That's a cause and effect, or more of a costly effect. Affects the food on the table. You fight so long for a label, but then ascertain able to achieve the favor. Aesop Rock stories never rooted from the apple tree. So iPhone 5 to talk me down. One is a realist, one keeps me focused, another I consider a brother. She shows serenity when I'm out of focus, and my girl shows me the greener side even when the patch is past. Self-worth is 0 hour. Marvel up is never enough to know that life is circumstance. By chance, you'll be one to change the world. So know your self-worth. Know your self-worth. Bring it back up, do it again. Self-worth is 0 hour. Marvel up, it's never enough to know that life is circumstance. By chance, you'll be one to change the world. So know your self-worth. Know your self-worth. I don't wanna deal with the stepping stone to speak what I condone. I feel like I got in my zone. I'm not alone, the voice of the boisterous. Gotta be boisterous. Watch your door, boy. Struts and stuff is merit. I'ma dangle the carrot. Will you follow it? White rabbit habit forming eyes and audience grilling me like forming BS bag money means timeline cash flow challenges. Oh no, fire sleep. Look at these sheep. No longer people continue creep through positive message. Hate pick positive, negative, no neutrality, but a lot of duality, casualty. But I'll do me and masturbate on the industry. Where's my ivy crown without fail? The crucifixion of my conviction in the form of the word hater. No one cater to the level 100 debater, masturbator. Metaphor sick as TB, it's a TB. 3 sides of observation like the toes on Misty. Balance life, yours iffy. Need to finish in a jiffy. Needed to explain self-worth one more time. Self-worth is 0 hour, marvel up. It's never enough to know that life is circumstance by chance. You'll be one to change the world, so know your self-worth. Know your self-worth.
Music.
That's good music.
They say it soothes the savage beast, but it also can mess your life up. It's Kid Gravity. Now, we're not gonna do nothing negative tonight because I have Dwann B on there. If I go negative, he leaving. It was tough to get this man on. This man is very busy, but to bless us with his music knowledge, I said I got to get a piece of that. So I got the brother Dwann B on. I'm gonna let him introduce himself, and then we're gonna get into it.
What's up, Kid Gravity, man? Thank you for that. I was like, how you bro? So yeah, much appreciation to you. And,
No problem. No problem.
Can you hear me?
It cuts a little in and out, but we're gonna try to make it work a little bit.
Okay, because I'm on my phone. Oh, but I'm on Wi-Fi. What they doing? Is it the hip?
Trust me, I did a show with B-Zilla earlier in the day, and they screwed around with it all day. They kept kicking him out, so I'm not surprised YouTube is trying to play games tonight. Yeah.
And I did computer. It's been playing a lot of games about. That's why I be going live on my phone so much now. I'm not get bugged.
I hear you. Yeah, but we gonna make it work. We gonna make it work. But so just let people who aren't familiar with you tell them about your extensive music knowledge, please.
Oh, that's like average white band's my song. I love that song. Dude, music is. I've been watching interviews my whole life. Been professionally since I was 14. So, if you know about the church, the black that's what we all get in the church drummer for over 20 years. Sometimes when they call me when the money right, and when they call, I mean, in some music history ever since, because like that when I learned something, I also learned around it, because to me it's not your skill or your craft. It's history around your craft, the history of it, where it comes, who are the important movers and shakers. I don't care if you make tire, learn the history of tire, and so that's just my personal. So I've just been in music my whole life. I was in college. Yeah, I took a bunch of. I've been around some of the greatest. I get so many stories. You name the artist he didn't work with. If you want to find out, going from the Temptations to Michael Jackson, Marvin Gaye, probably the most singular response to Lionel Richie's music career. You know, he came to him to do an album for these child, and he was like, nah. By the time he got to that point, he had much. He was retired. You really couldn't break conversations. I'm the fire part of it, funkadelic, even as a child. So I have those stories. I read a lot on music because when it comes to music history, if you really want to understand my secret, read biographies of the people, of the artists, music. Because when you read their biographies, they grew up listening to, they're going to give you a whole full sense of the person. So you're going to get an environment it took to create the music. Biographies are great resources for history. And yeah, the drums, I got sample packs that are live writers, Mosey's website, swag sample packs up on instant and naturals.com. Real so guys going through personal stuff right now. So yeah, pretty soon I will have some sample packs up live. I have my Black American music. Shouts out to Tariq Nasheed for Shop Me Tree. You can get it on Cincinnati. Basically, the 400-year history here in North America in the world. No disrespect to Africa, but you know, my mission really highlight what we've done in America, because the instrumentation, you invented the instrument or invented it. We how the instrument is played. It's always the other. Usually it's both. To some of these electronic keyboards that have, you know, Herbie Hancock was the first to use keyboard, electronic keyboards, Bitches Brew album 19. Whether we're talking about that or we invented the drum set on an African instrument that's a Black American, whether you're talking about Bo Diddley, Louis Armstrong and the trumpet, Ella Fitzgerald and singing, Fats. Either we invented the instrument or we innovated world plays the instrument. So that's must have been long as hell.
That's fine. That's fine. And you're getting darker because the light is getting younger.
Yeah, the light's getting younger, and I'm trying to.
But
I'm gonna get somewhere where there's light.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah,
all right, let's begin. Let's begin.
Go ahead.
All right. Now, we know jazz is basically the antithesis for everything that's gone forward in Black American music. We know this.
Yeah.
I dare say that jazz is the ancestor, hell, to even K-pop. I'll say it. You Koreans, you can get mad at me all you want. But how come we don't see more of appreciation for jazz nowadays?
Because we tend to create and move on, and very bad cultural habit, not holding in our standard bearers and greats. Just only had one hit, or they haven't had, they become punchlines, and that's a very, very bad habit. We like not really holding in high the greats that we've had over. When it comes to jazz, like when it comes, we've allowed the mainstream to dig, especially over the last 30 years. You know what I mean? And so is it what it since it's 90s R&B the way we should do it. You know what I mean? And go back to jazz. I mean, jazz doesn't have a chance. Don't even hold R&B. Stephanie Mills should be a what do we talk about? It's like Beehive out there. You say anything other than the whole network of tens of millions of women. That's if you say anything other than her. So cultural habit of in high esteem what got us very sophisticated. And we've allowed music down to where now ours is very McDonald's. But what happens to McDonald's and then take them to, they can't, you know, you don't, you know what I mean? Because you haven't been good in what's not. And so I just think we have the education music is and the value.
All right. I appreciate that. Yeah, because even when I did my video about reggae music, I made sure to highlight that a lot of the soldiers were over their stationed in Jamaica, brought their jazz records with them. And hell, even Bob Marley said that he used to listen to jazz records like Fats Domino and them. And that's where a lot of the Jamaican reggae sound came from. But then, of
Yeah.
course, let them tell it. They invented hip hop. Let them tell it.
Right.
So,
It's
you always
like
got to go back in your history and you got to show them the through line.
yeah. Right. You gotta show them through line because there's a line when it comes to our music, and that's true. That's how the truth comes out. Because trying to claim our stuff, they got us. Hold on. See if that right. That better? Is that better?
We'll see. Just
Yeah.
keep. Yeah, your light's better.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. Yeah. Oh yeah. Let them tell it. Just because Jay-Z used. Just because Jay-Z used the reggae sample, all of a sudden that gives them the through line to say that they invented hip hop, and it was influenced by them. One sample. And I can't even contribute that to Jay-Z. That was Kanye.
Yeah. Yeah. And then
But it's all good.
if we get into reggae pop off. Reggae popped off because of Black American. That and he came up with that song. I can see clear. That's the biggest reggae song ever. A Black American. Oh, shit, I got one of the motion sensor lights. Yeah. I got a lot going on. Peter is where my office is.
I hear you.
That room is about. They wasn't about to go down in my office. You cleaning the office out. You got stuff everywhere out here in my porch. But anyway,
yes, sir.
He not only gave them their first. Do you know he's the person that signed the Wailers to their? Johnny National, and he's the person that reggae going. Why the Black American? And they don't even when he died. They didn't.
Yeah. Well, you're about to get a whole inundation of Jamaicans trying to tell you how wrong you are.
You know what? The moon bark at the dog. They
and there it is.
Say all they want. Dogs bark all barking. Just tell me the truth.
Yes, I understand. Hey, look, I love it when they debate about this stuff, and then you show them how wrong they are, and then they just disappear. Take that knowledge with you and be better. Faceless person on YouTube.
Care about the music, you're going to go further because we understand the true roots of this music thing. You can warp it to whatever you're true and do something that's useful information. That's why your greatest came before it, because what's been done, and you reinterpret it in your own voice. This is, but it starts from the rules to forget them. But you got to learn the rules first.
Yeah, and it went out again.
He's gonna roll with it.
Yeah, there you go.
I got a whole lot going on in this room.
If y'all need a wealth of knowledge, for music, y'all better go to Dwann B. Don't be going to none of them coons over there, because them coons will tell you what you want, what you don't want to hear. They start bringing up the real estate agents that run the music industry, but that's all good. I have a question. I actually, since you're an authority on music, I did want to ask you this question. What if these artists did not go to these record labels anymore and just went back to like the down south model? They own their own stuff.
That's the way to go. And we gotta say that's just Black American. and I avoid um, regional. That's a
Mm-hmm.
very, very big thing, especially in hip. When it's really a black American, you know,
Right.
and always been our motto. Yes, when you have a group of people and money, they're probably going to take it, you know. And our music started all in the churches. You know what I mean? Is our motto, that juke joint motto. I'm going to innovate, and I'm trying to change the world better than that guitar
Mm-hmm.
player at the bar. You know what I mean? And I'm not trying to be. We were pushing when Too Short, Too Short pushing his records on, or the brothers down the street. They initially just blocked. Honestly, our greatest music comes from when we compete. We have to develop a mindset of just being the best person in our church. Really, where our greatest competition lies, outside of the neighborhood. Develop that motto.
Mm-hmm.
We just that motto is like crack to the best stuff. It's just that these record labels touch it, poison it. So now that brother Russell out of Oakland, he does everything out of his backyard. He prints his own albums and has his own app that he uses with the days with the internet right now. You can really develop your own and do it, and you can go to. We have to get rid of that mindset of trying to Jay-Z. That position is heavy following, and that following is you'll be paid and you'll be taken care of. Go back to that Frankie Beverly and Mays. Frankie Beverly and Mays never were the hottest band, but Frankie Beverly can't sing. Messed up. He hasn't been able to. But guess what? Every city and black people are there. But he's still
Mm-hmm.
he needs to make that money. That's the amount
Yeah.
musicians need to look over. Damn the problem you'll block, get hot in your region. If you lucky, some music is good. But if you do it that way, you think that's still gonna sound good 40 years from now, be able to work. That's a guarantee on black people.
Mm. Yeah, because I mean, I don't know if you remember the Beef DVDs, that series, but when they spotlighted the down south rappers, they made sure to highlight these how each one of the labels down in the south were independently owned. They weren't under like Warner Brothers or Sony or Universal yet. And that always struck a chord with me because I said that's real black empowerment right there. It may not be like billions of dollars like those companies have, but you can literally go sell your own tape and come back with 100% of the profit.
Yeah, like
But these guys want to
that's
make one
that.
song nowadays and now just want to get under somebody's label because they're going to give you a budget. Like you can literally go to the bank and make your own budget.
Mm-hmm. That right there, I'm glad you brought is where our music is going. What they do with black budgets is have they have to choose. The best music is going to be the best. Don't give black artists enough of a budget for the all 12. You may be able to afford what's going to be a throwaway be that. It has to go through other to producers, and then your sales and marketing. But versus when you get the white artist, they get like on an album, he gets the budget where his tracks produced by Pharrell, our producer, versus Child or somebody may only get 2 songs produced from that. And so that's the trick that they've been playing with us. We got to see that budget, that's where we've been getting screwed over. Like, here's honestly, almost 40, like you said, go independent. That down south, you know, that model you just, that's the model. That's the model. Do it. You don't worry about get rid of that need for them. We need shit. Damn them.
Yeah, I don't need them no more. 'Cause, I mean, that song you heard at the beginning, that was me. I paid that out of my own pocket. I own all that.
It's like that. I always like to talk about this, bro. Matter of fact, I would love to get him in my documentary. It's a movement that these brothers made 8 or 9 years ago. Thundercat, Flying Lotus, Kamasi Washington is that guy. Chris Martin, he's producing everything. Like, a lot of the people behind Kendrick Lamar's, they got their start with Snoop. Snoop took them on a road when they were like late 10. They the West Coast hip hop, Jerry Smokes and J-Mo. He's a good coded baddest guitar player right now. West Coast hip hop really gave. They all got together. They all got together. They pulled their resources. 30 days of studio time. They all played music on each other's, and they're all independent. Washington's album, Epic. That was probably the greatest done this century. We talk about budget. This brother has a full. His father, Ricky Washington, is in it. 2 drummers. Battle Cat. And that's the 6th wall of sound. The sound is so there's some real life good music, and it's a lot of brothers out there and doing it independently. These are the people that's putting that. A lot of your West Coast sound. These are the guys that are playing that instrumentation on it, because West Coast, even though you may have a pre-programmed beat with Dr. Dre, it's gonna have some on top of whatever beat it is. Often the guys playing the music, but that's when we together in the studio time and said, damn, they created a new sound. And now you got Castle Cat is going around, Anderson .Paak is gonna mean Thundercat now selling out theaters. Acid funk, basically funk with a rock acid feel to it. Americans that are innovating and leading so right now, and that's why I have my documentary in hip hop, because we doing weapons. Hip hop is so big part of what we're doing, but when you put on and still doing.
And they finally, oh, you're not gonna do me like that now.
It's coming now. I'm sitting on 5 bars.
Okay.
I'm on my Wi-Fi. I'm good on my end.
They don't want you to be. They. I hear you, but they don't want you to be great because it keeps coming in and out. But we get targeted this always the last quarter of the year, folks. The last season, they always target us here. They always screw around with our broadcast. They
Yeah.
screw around with our uploads. They don't want us to be great.
And some bullshit. It's like I'm doing
Yeah,
this
but
finally.
yeah, but Dwann B, I bet you if I was like this here, they would love me. Let's see this. I bet if I talk like that all day, my stream would be perfect. They would be hitting me up in the comments saying, "Do you need any? Do you need any help? How is your stream? Is your
Right.
health good?
Right.
Do you need any
Right.
tools?"
Right.
We gonna try. We gonna try. We gonna try.
I'm
We gonna try.
I wanted to come back on again, but
Yeah, I actually do want to do a
I-
part two. I kind of want to do like a big old round table of music heads because I'm tired of defending
Yeah.
reggae music. They're killing me right now. Reggae like that was funny when I read that Jamaica said they're gonna start taking stuff off their TV and radio that glorify violence. I'm like, so y'all gonna take out all them records that y'all love playing? Y'all not gonna play it no more. All right, we'll see.
you shot the sheriff. All right, yeah.
Yeah, you shot the sheriff. You know, all them Bone to Killer songs, y'all not gonna play no more. All right, no Beanie Man, because Beanie Man don't think he wholesome. I don't think he is.
Yeah.
Sean Paul has been known to say a violent word or two, but I'm not one to judge.
Degeneracy in rap came when they culture it. You know, that's degeneracy, honestly. Flow, style of music. Music is a sonic interpretation of your music. Music is. That's why music is across regions, because it's what you see and feel and hear every day life growing up. That's why you don't have it, because the vibe, that beat. So that's why they don't have a hip hop here to do hip hop. We talking about the rock, all these other the Caribbean, the Luke. They would have been musicians no matter where they were raised, since they were raised out there. At the feeling in the local area that they were in, music. But where their culture was like in the Miami Basin, not there. I live down from a fire station. The fire station. Hurry up! Who's ever in the back of that fire? That fuck going slow. Like,
yeah.
Call a funeral home.
I tell you, they don't like us. They started fire trucks by your house.
I went on the fire station.
YouTube, you're the greatest.
At the end of the block. Man, and it's funny. It was going all night.
Yeah.
But
you know what?
anyway.
I could have been that guy. I could have been that guy and just said this all night.
I can't hear it.
You didn't hear it? See?
No.
See?
Yeah. Oh, shit.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
But and so when you talk about like that you know what I mean? These Foxy Brown and little FBAs. Like what the FBA women bringing that was them.
Cut the check.
Oh, I heard.
Gotta start them young, brother. Gotta start them young. She half FBA, so I gotta start her off.
Yeah.
But yeah, them two ain't FBA. But that's most of Brooklyn now.
Yeah. And I always had, and people from always had an issue with them trying to be unique by zeroing his yours. Yeah, that's that, but it's a Black American art form because it's fucking disco and like wildfire. That's why you made that one day. But within the years, you had the sound everywhere. As happening over a beat, the Watts propagate. That's all those that Cedric Avenue date. But this is a Black American art who live a version of that. You know what I mean? And that's why I be laughing because I want, if you from this question, and that you from to let me know how you have New York now that kicked out of New York when they come back, do they apologize for crapping on y'all on hip hop?
Who?
With gifts, New Yorkers moving
Wait,
back
say that again.
down south.
Uh-huh.
New Yorkers that moved back down south because they moved back down south. Last what? Too crazy, expensive in New York, down south. Have they apologize for the hip hop?
No, I haven't heard anybody apologize.
I'm on the West Coast.
They immersed themselves in the dirty South and they act like they were here the whole time.
I'm on the West Coast, so I ain't in this fight. We see them because I've always always loved Scarface. I've always loved UGK, the Dungeon Family. I've always loved the Ghetto Boys. So I had an appreciation for what y'all do down south. But I've always seen New York shit since they've been moving back down to the south. Our gifts and apologize. Crap to y'all for a long time.
I'm from New York, so they won't say anything about that. They just be real quiet.
The regional fight issue with hip hop, the regional battle, all Black music, and but in jazz, this is the New Orleans style, and this is the West Coast. A competition over whose style is better. He wanted to sit back in West Coast jazz. If you go listen to some New York jazz or some Kansas City, same thing with R&B. You have the Ohio style funk, see go-go style funk, which is different. The Southern style funk, different. You got the New York funk. It's a little bit different, but it's just like when it got to hip hop, it's the West Coast this and New York this, and I'd be like, please, nigga, we keep these regional fights that allow these other people to come, and that's exactly what happened. You can look at my old MySpace post talking about this. I'm about to stop this regional beefing for white people to claim our shit.
Okay. Yeah. For some reason, a lot of that stuff you said, it conked out. So I know. So I'm thinking, you know what? Are you free on Friday?
Let's see.
Like in the morning.
No, Friday morning.
Because
well, I have a work.
Well, I mean, like,
My workout.
well, not that early.
10.
10. Well, that'd be 10 your
10
time, right?
a.m. LA time. 10, 11 my
Yeah.
time. Yeah.
I think we could do
I
an
try to
hour
restart
music space.
at 6 in the morning. Yeah.
Yeah, I think we could do an hour space because I don't go to work till 3. So I think we could do an hour space.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do that because YouTube ain't gonna let me be great tonight. I see. Hopefully they don't. Hopefully
Also,
people
if
don't
you,
get mad at me. Yeah.
if you want to, we can transfer.
You want to do it now, or you want to do it another day?
I got about another hour. So
I mean, there's a lot. I'm looking on Twitter right now. There's a lot of spaces going on.
okay, then don't know.
Yeah, and I know people are probably tired out from Beatzilla and Black Alpha Network space. So yeah, let's do that Thursday or Friday. We could do that on. We'll do that on Twitter Spaces, and I'll just have YouTube recording it.
And I could get
Let's do that.
download it, and then you put it up on.
No, I stream it. No, I stream it.
Are you streaming? Okay.
Yeah, when I do my Twitter Spaces, I just stream it directly to what you're on right now, and everybody in the chat on YouTube could watch it who don't have Twitter. So it cuts down that time where I have to go sit there and download it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a smart idea, brother. Because they tripping right now. I'm like, perfect on my end. So
right,
yeah,
right. But when you get to talking, it just keeps cutting in and out. But yeah, we'll do that on Thursday or Friday. We'll talk about it in the back channel.
Let's do that.
All right, cool. All right, I appreciate you coming on. Stay safe out there. All right, B1. I told you, you two don't want me to be great. They threw off my whole show today with Beatzilla because they kept kicking him out. I got you, YouTube. Don't worry. Don't worry. We got you. I know once this stream ends, whoever was putting their finger on that button and spiking me would probably be like this. I get it. It's all good, though. You got it. But anyway, family, I hope you could have heard as much as you could have heard. You know, we were talking about, Black American music, FBA music for what Dwann B dropped. But again, Thursday or Friday, we'll do this again on Twitter Spaces. And of course, I'll stream it here. So yeah, once we figure that out, I will post it on the community tab of the channel. But anyway, I am going to go. Thank you for hanging in there. Take care, stay safe, and you know what to do when people are against us.